Hey guys, this is Williams, another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a 4 with Kristen, Wallfly, and LadyInWaiting. We'll see what the decks are. We had to reset because Wallfly forgot to turn draft on. Oh, and the thing that happens whenever you have to reset the game is that instead of everybody immediately rejoining and immediately restarting, we usually have a little bit of downtime where we have to figure out what's going on. Oh. Well, I hope you guys are doing well this afternoon. Later than afternoon, it's evening time for me. Here we go. Let's do this. So what are we playing? We're playing EIKWM France deck G45, some Doe Academy tests, and then some Blackjack Davy collections and Enwald's G8 collection. Alright, so that's a large mix of cards. Opening pack, I see Animal Breeder, Desert Tutor. Receive 3 clay at the start of 5. When you play an Auk, you may replace up to 2 food in the cost with 1 clay. Desert Tutor seems fantastic with cards where you're going to be paying more than 1 food per occupation, but if you're only playing 1 food per Auk, I'm not so interested. Hey, Relocran. Yeah, I'm around this weekend, so this is the first weekend in like a month that I haven't been away. Although I did have a very busy day. Yeah, pretty much just taking Animal Breeder here. I don't really see... Like, I don't think I'm first picking Village Farmer over Animal Breeder, for example. There is that clearance cairn worker, so that's the thing, you know. Someone could really go all in on making a lot of fields if you had a good way of getting a bunch of stone and wanted to get a bunch of points out of clearance cairn worker, for example. All right, so knowing about that village thing, Plowmaker jumps up a lot in value. Could summon Lumen. Mark 2 action spaces with one of your fences. Whenever you use these spaces, place a food on this card, and there are 3. Okay, so if there are 2 spaces, you're going to spam a bunch. You can use them to get food and boar. Okay. Prudent Merchant's nice, but I think it's just Plowmaker. Honestly, Shearer is really good, but I think knowing about that village card and Clearance Cairn Worker and all that stuff, I think I just have to take Plowmaker here. Like, Shearer is excellent, but I think I have to take Plowmaker given what was in my opening pack. Summon Lumen. It's going to be difficult. I don't think I'm ever summoning Lumen out of that pack. I think I'm always taking Shearer. If I'm not taking Plowmaker, I'm always taking Shearer there. Alright. So Cheapskate can sometimes be nice with plows, but I have Plowmaker, so not really feeling the need to do that. Well-fed family. Feeding phase of the final harvest feed double. That's usually pretty doable with Animal Breeder because normally you have a couple cattle. So well-fed family could be a good option. Stockpiler. Whenever you take BR from an action space, place one of them on this card, then receive a food. Or so Stockpiler, you're loading a card to this card, and so on every building resource action space, you're getting a food. at the cost of delaying the income of some of those building resources. Interesting. Okay. What do I want here? Do I just take well-fed family? 4 wood occupations are quite good with animal breeder. And good in general. Yeah, probably take that over slow stockpiler. All right, pasteurization expert looks great. Oldest occupation is super annoying. It would be better if it was banned, honestly, especially with friendly worker in the exact same pile. Super annoying. Shoemaker's fine, but I think this is just pasteurization expert, right? Because I know I could I can trigger it 3 times with animal breeder. If I take animals once for food, there we go. Yeah. This is just oh, you wanted organic farmer there? Do you think so? The thing with organic farmer is I will often want to build stables. Um, right? Like usually you want to build stables with organic farmer. And the other thing is with animal breeder, sometimes you fence small, right? So those feel like nombos to me. Um, okay, so 2 picks here. Well, livestock expert and village farmer. Village farmer give me a second 4-wood occupation, which can give me a very strong stage 1. Like 2 4-wood occupations, you take every reedstone food you see. If you're not seeing reedstone food, you 2 clay fireplace, get your feeding set up. But otherwise, you take every reedstone food action. And if you're not seeing reedstone food, you take a 2 reed and set up your feeding. Yeah, it's that or livestock expert. Livestock expert doubles the animals. Like it's often going to be like a 2. Maybe livestock expert's a bit better with pasteurization, but I think I'm going to take village farmer because what I'm looking at here is like, yeah. And then Lumen did come back. Lumen would give me a 3rd Oct to play in the first 5 rounds, which seems dangerous. Could take Prudent Merchant here. Yeah, this is Lumen or Prudent Merchant here. Yeah, I'm surprised by what came back from Pack 1 as well, yes. Animal Welfarist is fun with pasteurization expert, but it's not really any good with animal breeder. I'm going to take veggie importer. If I am plowing fields, veggie importer makes it trivial for me to max crops. And yeah, just taking the end game card here. I have too many cards in the beginning and middle game. This is a pretty easy take the end game card here in Hide Farmer. What it also lets me do is it lets me fence small with animal breeder. And, if I only get to 6 fields and fence 12, then, All right, lettuce patch and beanfield both look great here, but so does clear cutting. Um, yeah, lettuce patch is phenomenal. But I will already have a cooking hearth at that point, so I don't really feel a crazy like clear cutting to me looks like 5 wood from a miner. Now, some of that wood is kind of hard to spend because it comes at the end of the game. But with animal breeder, like I'm always happy to get fence actions like as late as they may be. I think I'm opening clear cutting here. Yeah. So what I'd love to see like a hay rake. Something that gives me unblockable plows would be really nice. Um, Normally I hate ladder, but I'm open to it on the wheel in this game, specifically because I have 2 4-wood occupations. Catfish farm, no thanks. Undisturbed pond, no thanks. Hunting jacket. When the boar... Oh, hunting jacket looks great. Get 3... So in round 8 or 9, get 3 food, a reed, and play a miner. That looks perfect for this hand. That looks perfect for this hand if I'm going to build another room, or the reed is for renovating. Both look excellent. Really excellent. And I know I'm going to have 2 occupations in play on the family growth queue. Yeah. There's a fishing combo out there for sure. Prudent Merchant gives you the cost of the item. So you can combo it with Well Builder. Absolutely, Relocren. That was an option. Yeah. That was definitely an option. But yeah, for me, that is really neat if you're going to return the well and rebuild it. Like if you have something like that. But if you don't get a well upgrade, it's hard to value village. I have a hard time, like Well Builder is good, but I have a hard time valuing it all that highly until you know that you're going to get a well upgrade. Like once you know you're getting a well upgrade, then it's like an A level card. But if you don't, then it's just like a B level card. I don't know, hard to quantify exactly. I would guess that it's weaker in this format because there's a hard cap to how good Well Builder could be without an upgrade. And sometimes people screw up their stage 1s to get the well out with Well Builder because somebody else got 2 Reedstone food action. Like there could be weird stuff like that. Foundation could contribute to a really silly game, right? With 2 4-wood occupations, you can afford to start player Foundation and still build. Yeah, I think Stud Corral is good, especially with pasteurization expert. But I think I'm not. I may not build stables, and I don't think I want to take anchor. I don't want to take anchor. I think this is like. I think if there's ever a game to take foundation, this is it. Well, that's not true. But if there's ever a game where you're not building stone rooms to play foundation, this is it. Maybe that's a better way to describe it. Stone Museum, 3 stone, 1 bonus point. Safety pin, whatever. Crab traps, 0 food after the harvest. That could be workable here. Haystack. So Haystack is played. When am I playing Haystack this game? Probably not before round 10. If I'm playing Haystack in round 10, the problem with Haystack is often on that, like those first 2 fence actions, you're spending all the wood that you have. Maybe I just take safety pin. I have pasteurization expert. Let's take the haystack. Yeah, I have cards that can be played in the early game, no problem. I guess if I don't play Foundation and I don't play Haystack, then I'm starting to get in trouble running out of playable miners, but... so with Plowman's Market, I can buy both of those things immediately on a Plow Sow action with Plowmaker. So that's probably what I should do. Take this because I get the... Like, play this because start player this into Plow Sow. It's just, like, silly good. Imported cattle's a thing as well with pasteurization expert, but I have the animal breeder, so I don't feel like I super need that. So now with the Plowman's Market, I'm actually thinking about Thunderbolt a little bit. And thinking that I can get a wood back from the plow after the Plowman's Market. Go up net a wood because I get the wood back plus one more. Then I could Thunderbolt the grain that I've sown to do more fencing. I would probably want to harvest those grain first, right? Most of the time. But if the game was really grain tight for some reason, that could work. So I think the question here for me is, ladder is fine with 2 4-wood occupations. Do I want... But I'm only ever playing ladder or foundation. I'm not playing both. And I have hunting jacket here. So that kind of tells me... Like, I kind of took foundation instead of ladder. So I think I'm going to take Thunderbolt here. Is this one wood from my supply? It doesn't say. Place one wood. Usually it means from my supply, but that could be clarified. Do I want to take Pelican? I know there's a fishing combo out there. There's a fishing combo out there. Pelican seems quite a bit worse. Hound Kennel feels terrible, though, with Hide Farmer. Whatever. Maybe Pelican does something. That would be garbage. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a weak card either way. I think though, if you compare it to something like, I mean, the 2 wood hold two animals card, right? Like that. I guess that was my thinking. There is like that card costs 2 wood to hold 2 animals, so maybe Blackjack Davy was thinking 1 wood to hold 1 animal is reasonable. Be right back. Sorry about that. That took longer than expected. Opening 3 wood. You know what? I'm opening 2 clay. I'm building the fireplace. I have 2 4-wood occupations. I don't really have any great desire to open 3 wood. So Wallfly 3 wood, LadyInWaiting, Day Labor, Kristen 2 wood, or start player, and then I build the fireplace probably. Could also start player Pelican there, but if I'm going to make the fireplace. Last action of round 2. Hey, and there's the sheep. Perfect. Alright, so the sheep here. Now I really want a 2 read action. I want to get both. I want to get my 3 ox out. So 6 remaining moves. Sheep action, 3 occupation actions, 2 read action. Maybe take a start player to guarantee that 2 read and 4. That's my 6 moves. Art director for LadyInWaiting with food connoisseur. So yeah, 2 read or Ock. One of those 2. And unfortunately, because I was gone for a bit, it looks like, yeah, like it makes sense. LadyInWaiting and Kristen stepped away. You know, that's my bad. Ooh, plow. Interesting. I think I'm taking 2 read here, right? There are some no occupation cards in the game, so if Kristen's playing a no occupation hand, you know, I have a good chance of wheeling Ock here, because LadyInWaiting will probably traveling players, and then Kristen will not play Ock. So 2 read into expensive Ock is a pretty great round 2 for me, given round 1, and given that I'm in the 4 seat here. That's actually fantastic, really fantastic. White potatoes. What does this one do? When you play this card, you get a vegetable for each of your plowed fields. Okay. Throw down Village Farmer. Seems strong. Round 1 plow, round 2 plow into start player this, or round 1 plow, round 2 plow, round 3 start player that with a late move. I'm going to expensive Ock here. 4 wood, 4 wood, 3 wood, all coming back would be solid. I'm going to play another 4 wood Ock here. Am I? I could play Veggie Importer. Sure, I'll play Veggie Importer. I'm very likely to wheel a 4 wood action here, then I think Veggie Importers might play. Lumen, come to my aid. Why am I rushing Ox instead of just playing 4 wood? Well, I want to get Ox in place so that I can play like Clear Cutting and Hunting Jacket on the Family Growth queue. Why not take 4 wood and wheel expensive Ox? I guess my reading was that the amount of pressure on the occupation space was higher than it is. Because we did have Wallfly and LadyInWaiting, but yeah, maybe it's not that high. I guess the thing is, Kristen played White Potatoes last round, which told me Kristen's got an Ox she wants to get out, and then LadyInWaiting's played Ox really aggressively, and it's only Wallfly that's kind of actually passed on an expensive Ox action. So yeah, like especially with playing White Potatoes last round, I don't know. I felt that Kristen's like should put up the dial higher on Kristen playing an Ox this round. Fine to just Ox next round, you'd end up with 4 wood, 3 wood in that case. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't know. Off next round is not that desirable when I also want to take sheep, in my opinion. Because I think I want to build. Like, I want to build the first room. So I think I'm going to open the sheep here. Veggie importer isn't particularly important. I guess I'm valuing Veggie Importer a bit higher because of Well-Fed Family and Hide Farmer. Like thinking about their and like Animal Breeder, I have a lot of and Plowmaker. Like I have a lot of ways to spend food this game. Plowman's Market. Like for me, I'm thinking food is actually quite like I have a lot of ways to spend food this game. Is my thinking. My hand has infinite food, but I can also spend a lot of food. Tracker. So this is the one where you mark spaces. So you're marking day labor and fish. So is this where the friendly worker is? There was also oldest occupation and friendly worker in the same pack, but I saw them forced, so nobody has both of them. I mean, I hope nobody plays oldest Ock. I mean, oldest Ock is honestly it would be good for me, right? If I have a lot of food, growing faster on day labor is something I'm happy to do. But like, it just makes the game weird. Oldest Ock just makes the game so weird. It's like playing with the additional tile, right? Like I think part of the reason people are always like, "Oh, revised Agricola is so much better. There's not as much competition for the family growth space," not realizing that that tile is a variant tile. So family growth here, excellent. Lady in Waiting got down to the grain on Food Connoisseur and managed to sow it, get wood out of Pipe Smoker. Nice. I could take 4 wood here. I could take 5 clay. I think I'm taking 4 wood. And thinking this is looking incredible for me. Because growing here means I can do stuff like play pasteurization in 6 before taking sheep. And getting pasteurization down before my next sheep grab is awesome. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's so much rewarded Rylocren as much as Lady in Waiting had the plan to get a grain field sown with Pipe Smoker in play in stage 1. And Kristen had this white potatoes tracker, get a bunch of clay and reed stuff. So I don't know if it was so much I got rewarded in so much as the other players just like didn't move towards building at all. So that even like Wallfly was not ready to build until her move after mine in round 4. So it's just like no pressure on the build space. But yes, round 5 family growth I'm happy to see. And not to say that not to say that it's not good. It is good, but I just don't know if like I'm just being picky about the word rewarded, I guess. There's the friendly worker. I'll throw down hunting jacket here. 3 food, a reed, play a miner. So maybe this round is like clay ock pasteurization, take 2 sheep. Especially if 2 reed doesn't get back to me. I'm definitely building another room. Definitely building another room. I want to turn the win into a loss. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to say like I don't feel like I don't feel like this is me doing stuff right. This is not me doing stuff right. This is just me doing like what the table left me, and then me doing what the table left me happened to lead into family growth in 5. Like for me, there's no skill there. There's no skill involved there in family growth flipping in 5 when your opponents just like let you get the first room in 4 super easily, right? Like I got village farmer 5th. I should probably have not gotten village farmer 5th, right? Yeah. Anyways, I don't feel like I should take any like there's I feel like all I'm saying is you're ascribing me credit, which I think is unwarranted. I don't feel like there's any credit to me here. The Michael Scott Mariska meme. There you go. It's on screen. I mean, if Kristen is not taking wood here, I should probably just take 2 reed, right? If Kristen does not take 3 wood here, I should just take 2 reed. Because it might be an indicator that Kristen is trying to renovate before growing. Not to mention that with Friendly Worker, Kristen can double up on the growth space potentially. Like imagine Kristen has like Farm Steward, right? Well, Farm Steward wouldn't let Kristen grow in 7 because like unless you had a way to reno, but you get what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 reed here. Renovating is nice for upgrading my fireplace to a cooking hearth. But aside from that, I don't feel any great rush to reno. LadyInWaiting's got to build here. Like, is Kristen maybe doing something with Is Kristen doing something with Tower Builder? Maybe? Right, there was Tower Builder in the draft. Looks like 6 clay and 6 wood. Getting one of those. Mm. 8 clay, 6 wood. I get one of those. Is if I do the pasteurization line here, I get one of those two things. The only time where that's bad is if I don't get that is if Kristen opens 6 wood. Then I have to build. So what I could do is take the sheep and the clay here and open build next round. It sounds fine. Or play pasture and take clay. The problem with that is if then I'm risking the sheep getting swept. Sid, I feel like I'm in a very good spot here because I'm getting build next round. I think that one of the ways that I lose this game is the sheep getting swept, so I don't want to leave myself open to that. You're right, that is a more efficient line. That is absolutely a more efficient line, but it's so greedy. Yeah, it's so greedy. Like, especially if I'm building here and building and growing here, I'm absolutely going to have enough actions to clear out pasteurization. So I'm probably not playing Well-Fed Family because I'm very it's just very likely that I'm going to have one of the largest families in the game since I'm 4 rooms going to 4 family members. So I'm probably just not playing Well-Fed Family. So I'm not getting quite as much wood out of the ox as I expected, but my clear cutting should be excellent. Like, I'm just gonna start first move plowing every round. 2 fields, 2 wood for a food is just gonna be an excellent move. It's gonna cover all my spaces. It's gonna get me wood to fence with. Camel. 2 food on 3 different round spaces. If you receive any other resources at the start of those rounds, you get an additional food. So it's just used for 2 food for the next 3 rounds. I guess this clause is to try to encourage you to not do that, right? To get yourself an additional food if you place other resources on those feature round spaces. Catfish farm. Whenever you receive read from an action space, you may pay a food. That's on Reno. So I'm getting 4 wood here. Amazing. 4 wood here is amazing. Wallfly building the joinery. So maybe last action pasteurization expert for me. I'm tired. I was playing with the dog that used to live here. He tired me out. That and a 2-year-old. So I pick up a reed whenever board flips. That's when I'm gonna reno and upgrade my fireplace to a cooking hearth. And then probably I play clear cutting with that. I play clear cutting. Yeah, I almost certainly play clear cutting with that miner. Yeah. Could play Plowman's Market. But yeah, probably just play clear cutting there. Oh, I have a minor on family growth next round, so I can play both. That's right. I can play both. So that means I'm probably trying to set up buying the Plowman's Market and sowing in 11. And then I could Thunderbolt in here if I needed more wood, but I probably don't. I probably just don't. I mean, I could Thunderbolt 1 grain to 4, 2 grain to 4 wood, and have 1 grain in my supply. I could do that. Kristen opening Lighthouse here. So this forces growth for me. So yeah, unlucky for Kristen that she drafted Lighthouse and leaned into it, and then Renault flipped in 7. Like, that's awful. And also that wood was like so plentiful for me to get. Got 2 read in round 6. Like, it was just easy for me to get the resources to jump back in. So that's unfortunate for Kristen. What's my jacket miner gonna be? Well, my next 2 miners are my next miner is Plowman's Market. So that should be it. There's this tiny argument for Pelican, but 3 food fishing might get taken next round. Kristen might take it to feed. And it triggers anchor and all the other stuff. I could take 3 stone here. I don't particularly need the well this game, but I could take 3 stone. 3 stone and a reedstone food gets me into my stone reno, so I can do that. I don't need to, but I can do that. I'm tired. Oh man. Kristen plays occupation cattle cheapskate cattle dealer woodcart. Sure. Okay. I can take 3 stone, I can take 3 wood. I think I take 3 wood over 3 stone. That wrong? That's probably wrong given clear cutting. But I mean, I do want a wood action. I guess I'll take the stone. And then last move, take the sheep. So if I take the 3 sheep here, I'll have 6 plus 3 food hunting jacket. That lets me pay for plowmaker, but not for actually double plowing. Could also play animal breeder, because if I play animal breeder and fence, I would get the boar from pasteurization. That's what I would do, is I'd buy the boar and get the boar from pasteurization. That would be kind of nice, have breeding boar. It would mean plowmaker waits for round 10, which is a little sad. Yeah. Yeah, because playing Plowman's Market means I have to take wood before fencing. That's something I'm okay with doing. Probably the answer is yes. Yeah, because I don't really need to play a wood for. I don't really need to pay. Don't really need to play start player for a while. Did Wallfly jump Kristen as well? This forces Kristen to day labor grow here. Poor Kristen. Late Reno really screwed Kristen. Also planning to play friendly worker. So I'll open 3 wood. Sure. 3 wood, animal breeder, Reno, cooking hearth, fence. That's my 4 moves. Yeah. Yeah. The lady in waiting, well positioned to fence a ton here. Did Kristen subtract the stone there? Did she change the conversion? But I'm not sure she actually removed the stone. I maybe could have held on to Animal Breeder until after Lady in Waiting's last move. But it looks to me like, well, yeah, it looks to me like Lady in Waiting should build another room with Pipe Smoker here. I'm not sure how else you spend all this Pipe Smoker wood when Wallfly built the joinery already. But it is possible, like, there are two nice clay actions. It is possible that you reno here and then build a clay room instead. Ooh, fence got taken. Okay. Um, so what am I doing instead? I don't have enough food to play Plowmaker unless I take a boar, which I could do. Could just take a single boar. Play Reno Cooking Hearth. Like, the pottery is also there. I don't think the pottery is what I need here. I need to get Plowmaker down. I can't afford to. Not with Reno here. I'm going to take the boar. 2-0 plus 0. Wallfly opens the plow. Yeah, so not getting a plow action until round 11 at the earliest is bad for my village farmer prospects, but I should get 2 plows in. Should get minimum 2 plows in. 2 plow actions in, I should say. Not 2 fields, but 2 plow actions. Yeah, because this round is a whole lot of nothing. Open 3 wood, I guess. So I expect building to grow for LadyInWaiting, and these 2 don't have enough wood defense, so that 3 wood should be safe. And then I play Plowmaker, Fence, and what's the last move? The last move is not very good. Start player Pelican to get family growth to get plow next round. Start playing in 10 to get plow in 11 seems like the wrong way for me to be going about doing this, but maybe it's the way to go. Open plow wheel, try to open plow and wheel sow. Buy both the Plowman's Market or buy the Plowman's Market grain. Gives me the option of start player Thunderbolt in 12. Maybe. So, assuming that I fence 3 times and take animals once, I'm not too worried about optimizing for pasteurization. Like, I'm going to buy 2 cattle here, just because breeding 2 cattle in 11, like, the value from pasteurization is fixed, but assuming that I'm going to breed the cattle in 11, then they're the best value thing to breed there if I'm only breeding 1 animal type, which I think is a reasonable assumption to make. Also, So is going to be taken highly by LadyInWaiting next round, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, to get that pipe smoker back online. So a grain and a vegetable probably. Wallfly is playing Stockpiler. This card is interesting, but I think you have to be pretty smart about your building resources moves, because if you ever if you leave resources on here at the end of the game, like that's a problem. All right, I'll probably just Pelican here. Sure. Get a food and guarantee my plow action next round. So food for double plow. And then what do I have to pay for these things? I have to pay a veg for a grain and a veg. Plus wood. So I want a fence again. And now when I fence, I would buy the sheep to get the pasteurization off the top of the sheep. I expect the boar gets taken by Lady-in-Waiting. Although Lady-in-Waiting can only boar or sow, so I'm getting one of those moves. Cooking hearth first for Lady-in-Waiting. Okay. I will sow. Yeah. I will sow, because sowing here gives me a way to get more points out of grain. And fence might come back anyways. So I can build the well if I would like to. If I build the well and get to stone, this looks 1. If I build the well, it might have the effect of meaning that I can't use Reno fence in 14, which might matter. So I think I might wait a bit longer to see, but it seems likely that I have enough actions and have enough wood to build the well, certainly. But maybe I should build stables instead and try to reno. Yeah, I guess fence here, sure. I'm trying to fence in such a way. I'll buy the sheep. Trying to fence in such a way that I could still fence small, covering 4 spaces. I could fence bigger, covering 6 still. So I want to tell Wallfly, I want to table talk Wallfly. If family growth without room flips, you will get family growth without room if I'm start player. Because I would take plow over family growth without room. But Wallfly might start player last move here. So probably just taking 2 cattle here to feed 8. And food from Pelican. So I could play Haystack on start player just as a 6 food move on start wood to 6 food, which, I mean, wood to 6 food is good. Crop farmer. Whenever you sow, you get a building resource. Take this card, you get a sow action. Okay. I don't think anything else is all that notable. I hit plow sow here without having to start player. That's incredible for me. Really incredible for me. I mean, yeah, this game has just been absurdly kind. I'll start player in 13, definitely, given the chance. This move, I probably take 3 stone. Because if I 3 stone and read stone food, I can actually build the well. Oh, maybe I just... Do I just build the well now? Looks like I can finish my fencing next round, so maybe I just build the well here. And if the... Because Wallfly can build the well right now. Not sure how much she actually wants to, but... You know what? I take 3 stone because the pottery's still available as well. Although... No, the pottery should get built there. Oh, yeah, this 3 stone is not very good if I don't get the well. Maybe I just build the well. So 3 stone came back. So I take it, and now with the Reedstone food action, I get my stone Reno. And yeah, I think I'm winning this game. So a bunch of things went right for me this game. Family growth being left as open as it was huge. Being in the 4 seat and just being able to fireplace round 1 and then sheep flipping in 2, like that was good for me. There's been a ton of stuff that's gone my way here. Ton of stuff that's gone my way. Hey, Sanswell, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, very, very strong game here. I mean, I'm scoring high 50s already, right? So yeah, so long as I get a stable action after, so as I get a stable or a Reno action after Plauso in 14, this game's won. And I think it might be one regardless of that. Oh, stampeding is good. All right, that helps LadyInWaiting. That helps LadyInWaiting a lot. But I mean, I have the well, and I'm getting to a stone house, so I think it's not going to be enough. So I think if Kristen takes Plauso, I'm gonna start player. Because Plauso in the last round is worth a ton, and most importantly, means LadyInWaiting is not start player. And Wallfly can have family growth. I could have also plowed here. That's the other way to have gone. But the sow action is worth a lot. It's 2 points from grain, and it's a bunch more food. It's 2 points from grain and 3 more food. Oh, I didn't put the 3 food on round 14. So next move, fence for me, unless plow is still there. I will take plow, but probably I'm fencing. I would expect Kristen is taking plow if it's still there. Then I'm fencing and taking 2 boar and maybe Reno last move. Could also Reno now. There is Reno pressure. Maybe I just Reno here. Reno nothing. And Wallfly might fence, but not fencing this round is not the end of the world. Because if Wallfly doesn't fence here, I probably get fence in 14. So I want to make sure I have enough. I want to make sure I have a vegetable and 2 grain to sow, which lets me eat 2 vegetables here. So that means my feeding is covered for this harvest already, even without eating the sheep and the cattle, which I can't hold them if I don't get fence back. Looks like I'm getting fence back though. So probably what I'll do is I'll fence and cover. I'll fence 1, 2, 3, 4, cover like that, and then after plowing 2, I'll be in a position to build 2 stables, and that'll bump my animal capacity up nicely. Haystack round 14, yeah, thanks, Sensible. I will remember eventually. I will! Eventually I will remember. Oh. Haystack, damn it! Thanks, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Someone's paid attention to the game. Oh, and pay the 2 food for the boar, which I didn't do. Oh, did I never return the fireplace? I never returned the fireplace. Yeah, I might have changed Wallfly's moves, although not necessarily. Wallfly really has shown no interest in clay. So I'm taking 2 wood here to build stables. So I'm not breeding my boar here. No, I am breeding my boar. Not breeding boar gives me the chance of getting not breeding my boar gives me a chance of getting an extra sheep point, which I probably should try to do. But 1 boar is more likely to be available than 2 sheep next round. So maybe I don't eat the sheep, so I eat a sheep and 2 veg. Don't get a pelican food. When you fence, why didn't I fence 5? Good question. Because I was thinking about building stables, but yeah, I didn't. I should have just done that and yeah, and then the stable doesn't matter. I wasn't thinking about it clearly, Sid. That's why. No reason. So if I can't hold the animals, I guess I play well-fed family. Because actually, Lady-in-Waiting would have to eat all her animals. Kristen, I don't know. So I can take 2 sheep. 2 sheep is a point. Boar is a point. Sad hide farmer. Yeah, sad hide farmer. But that's okay. It's good when the hide farmer is sad. When you can get a card like Hide Farmer 7, and it's either Hide Farmer is good for you, and that might be a bad sign, or Hide Farmer is bad for you, and that is a good sign. All right, so I'm eating a boar right now. I'm eating a sheep, a boar, and 3 food. I do have a grain that I can eat if I really want to, but yeah, if I don't want to eat, I either get if I get the boar or the cattle back, I eat the other. Yeah. $55. It's not as high as I was expecting. I guess I only have 4 family members, and I only have 3 pastors. But given that I've maxed uh, 4 scoring categories, and I'm above 2 in every one, it seems Streamer not playing all cards, not great. Yeah. This first fireplace, first room. Yes, 2 clay fireplace to open, and I also got first room in 4. And then I also got to grow in 8. Yes, I grew in 5 and 8. So just like an absurd amount of stuff went my way here. All right, guys. My round 2 was insanely good. I got 2 read into expensive Auk, which was so good with this hand. All right, guys, that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will be back tomorrow, probably an early stream tomorrow, I would think. I'll probably try, my aim will probably be to play, to start the stream well before noon Eastern. That's going to be my goal. So yeah, a lot earlier tomorrow, and probably do a game. Probably my goal will be to do 2 games tomorrow. Yeah, and then I have to figure out my schedule for the rest of this week. I probably will be off at least on Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday next week as well. I'm gonna make a I'm trying to make a point to see family and stuff and do lots of stuff on the weekends I haven't been able to do the last couple summers. So, yeah, that's gonna be all for me. Lots went my way here. Really, yeah, so much went my way here. Yeah. See you tomorrow, guys.